Them is Olayomi Koiki, of course, you know Koiki Media in London, who is another, maybe he take his inspiration from Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu, because Koiki deal with him. I can only say he actually take it from Kanu, because he emulates so much in this struggle. I have the pleasure of introducing
a man that is well rested today. A very good evening to you.
Since I met him today, and I have the honor to say, I really love your humbleness. Fighting for a struggle where John is a very keen admirer of yourself. But let's hear from you.
As anyone who has been following us knows very well, our journey is to try to set free everything that them from practice. And the countries as well. Everybody to be free. We want to go back to the level where before the white man came. As I have very studiously and religiously maintained over the years, a white man, and in this case Lugar, has no business coming to Africa to create contractions for the people that have actually inhabited that very continent for a very long time, even before Britain was formed. Therefore, I think it is an insult. I think it is something that is deplorable. I think that anyone who rises up to try to defend Nigeria, which I think is indefensible, is not only doing him or herself a disservice, but setting up your people for conquest. The history of Fulani advancements to the ocean right now as we speak, anybody who actually sat down to study Fulani very well will understand. In fact, to an extent, they tried to do to the other people in the line, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure and delight that today people are now beginning to wake up. I will do what brethren have broken up, and on the 1st of October, as I said, history will be made. And going forward, I do not see which that people can now understand where we are coming from and embrace these very efforts to set every captive free.
Thank you very much, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB. I'm so honored, but before we go ahead, we need to do we can stop it, because he has come to stay, and nobody can change that. Nobody can do anything about it, apart from to embrace it. And I want to thank everyone to have. Wow. I think with us now. We lost him earlier on, so let's have him.
Animal in the zoo kingdom. It's a great pleasure to see a man of courage. It's a great pleasure to see a man who has foresight. It's a great pleasure to sit on the same panel man who has, great focus for the people, for his people. And I must say, today is a day I would
share this broadcast, let it go viral. Even if we don't share, Nnamdi Kanu is there. Why did you think, what motivated you to start the struggle?
My total disdain and dislike for servitude, injustice of the manipulation. Not something I would find. I recall most of my Yoruba brethren in London in those days, before 1999, before democracy, we had ideas as to how to move things forward. That's I detest injustice. I hate backwardness. I do not like to see people suffer. Had I chosen to perhaps institute a scholarship in my village, 5 or 6 people, nothing seems to be functioning. The only way to address that type of problem is to approach it from a politic perspective, to provide solutions and to see them the greatest law we can have. We are white people. We created your nations for you in Africa. Who are you to try to untangle what we have done? You are a black person, you are nigger, they will not use examples, but as you can see, their faces, that's what they are thinking. They tell you all these things and they say, oh, try and go and resolve your issues. And when you say to them, we have divergent value systems, the very foundational block of any society is a commonality of value system, of tradition, of religion, of language, and perhaps of some kind of, should I say, social similarities. In Nigeria, you don't have it. I am more closely affiliated with a Westerner more than I am with a Fulani person. So once you keep drumming all these things down, after a while they get to appreciate and to understand it. But anybody expecting the UN to rise up and make a categorical pronouncement on the division of a sovereign nation affiliated to them without any cause for it is grossly mistaken. And we're not depending on them or anybody else for that matter to make such pronouncements. They are waiting for us. They are looking upon us to try and do something, and that is what we have now started doing. And I think the 1st of October will be very, very different. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Olayomi Koiki for another 2 questions before I come back to you. Olayomi Koiki, the floor is open to you, sir.
One that I believe will go.
Sorry, I think we lost your voice. We lost your audio at the beginning. Could you start again, please, Olayomi Koiki?
I said, first and foremost, I'd like to appreciate Heritage Television for bringing this together. And I'm sure this is one area that a lot of people might never think would eventually come to happen today. And why do I say that? So many, people from the Yorubas always, have a different, opinion and view about the leader of the Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that I have opportunity, to sit down right now, in as much as we're using the technology, but it looks like on a round table and having this kind of discussion. The first question I would like to ask is, how do we build, these kind of, I understand there's been history between, the Yorubas and the Biafra. But where do you think, because I've listened to you so many times, seems a lot of people might probably not get you right each time you go harder on the Yoruba saying, you are part of those that are making Nigeria to work. So my question now is, where do you think, looking at the images and what you've been saying in the last couple of months of the Yoruba now saying they want the same thing, where do you think the relationship from what you have been saying to where we are now moving forward?
It's a very good thing. I think to understand what they're doing, and I'm very good. Working of the Yorubaris. The Yorubaris have now the close relationship between Oduduwa and Biafra. What can happen when Yoruba and upon hundreds of years? These are the things you must understand. We predicate all we do on truth. And once you preach the truth consistently, a better continent and a place for all black people to be. That sooner rather than later our freedom will be assured. But that depends on the level of hard work we are determined and prepared to put in. And that hard work must contain within it honesty, truthfulness, perseverance, and fearlessness. Very, very important. So that if you confront those we call affiliations, where we confront the failures and saboteurs within the nation, the same way that we have managed to contain some of them in Biafra land, then our freedom will be far more easily assured. But I want you to understand something, that there are a lot of countries right across the world with vested interest in seeing Nigeria continue. They too are not going to give up very easily. They too are going to fight very, very hard to ensure that Nigeria remains one because of what they gain from it, because of the deplorable levels of corruption, because of the high crimes taking place, because they can make as much money as possible from the corruption within Nigeria without anybody holding them accountable. These are the things we ought to be very conscious of all the time. But we have one thing in our favor. This is the very first time that we are coming together as people from the South, those who actually fought for the independence of Nigeria.